Good morning, good morning, good morning. Chill out, Trixie. Chill out, Trixie. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get all my screens loaded up correctly. Music on pause. I could fade in the pop a little bit. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, Mr. Ron.
Good morning.
Oh, let's see what we can get today, my friends. I'm intrigued. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
All right. I built the whole setup yesterday, so just making sure everything still works.
No, you're all good, dog. You're all good. You're live. Let's see what we can get today. Beautiful exchange. Boom, boom. It must be. Sound and go. Hope everyone is doing good today. Got some intriguing action out of the gate. This is a relatively important level for the Nasdaq, and I do think that above this 49.50 we can see some funsies. But I'm not hard set on anything. TDOG, man, that one will be a miss for me for the. Gosh, this is very early, but it does feel like this is going to be the break above the level. Yeah. Nice strong break to start. Yeah, I was thinking about trying an early entry, but it just moved a bit too fast for my liking. That was very fast.
Qualcomm's making some moves that we want to see, but it needs a lot more buying pressure. If we're going to see any return on these contracts. There's just so much pressure.
Wow, large move to start. Not a whole lot you can do about it, unfortunately. Keeping my eye on individual names, but most of them were post earnings where I don't think you want to rush into it right away. Deep breaths, everybody. Take a deep breath. It's one candle, about 100 points. Yes, it's a large candle, but take your deep breath. Unless this bar occurred within the first 7 seconds. I was staring at it. I was thinking of going long on it over that, but I just didn't want to go long on a 1 minute bar breaking above a level, which is all fine. So don't worry, deep breath, my friends. I think we all had a thought process that this was a possibility, a large move up. Fortunately, so far we haven't been offered anything that we can do about it, in my opinion at least. Nvidia's already pulling. I think Nvidia is a no touch for at least a couple days. Like, well, at least till through the day. I think the IV is going to be too crazy on there. Not much to do, my friends. Kind of just got to sit and wait and be patient for now. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm watching, but not much to do about that jazz. Honestly, a lot of times in situations like this, and I'm not gonna usually in situations like this, it's actually better to just take a breather for a second and walk away. No, I'm not doing that. I'll be here, but but probably do yourself some better by being patient and not rushing into nothing. Options are going to be jacked out the wazoo right now. And at this point, let it pull back to the opening print and see what it does. I don't know if it's going to get that deep, but I'm not sure if it doesn't get down there that I want to touch it anyways. Well, the market is trying to offer a little 2-minute buy potentially inside of a 5-minute 1, 2, 3. I don't think that I could take that as my entry. I mean, Straight ripper. 15-minute bar is also not incredible right now. So I'm just going to take it easy and wait. I think that the market really got ahead of itself a little bit on that push. If you caught that first 5-minute push of the day, fucking fantastic. Be incredibly stoked and leave. I don't say that disrespectfully. I say that incredibly respectfully. You did great. Leave, in my opinion. If you're like me and you did not partake in that first initial move of the day, stay. We're ready. We're active. We're watching, but we're not going to be FOMOing. We're going to be pretty selective and careful here. And we are getting a 2-minute trigger here. Just as only a 1-bar pullback, and that's a harsh ass bar. I don't mind it, and I see the rationale with the 5-minute 1, 2, 3 forming as well. And I'll probably regret it, but this is the trigger. I mean, even to high a day, it's not even ones, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna skip it. I'm not taking it. Say again?
It's interesting the relative weakness in the indices compared to again to.
Yeah, that one's the strongest. The night in the wind. Smart move, brother. Locking yourself out. Smart move, my dude. Smart move. I think so, at least. I mean, maybe the market offers a nice trending day, and I would not be mad at that in any way, shape, or form. But I also think if you caught the opening rip, you caught the most straightforward trade of the day. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind the NQ spiking under this low and then letting me in. I'm not sure if it's gonna do that, but I wouldn't mind it. Man, D-Dog is gonna haunt me a little bit. I wanted that yesterday. And then big continuation from the gap today. Big, big, big. I mean, that was the 15-minute. I mean, the 2-minute. I was hoping to buy it there, honestly. Yeah. Hesitated on this. I just wanted it to go a little bit lower, and then I would have taken it. That's okay. Uh, yeah, stress management on some level.
Yeah, like that last 5 minute candle, there's a quarter of a percent contracts didn't move.
My assumption is they had some sort of volatility priced in for NVIDIA. For sure. I can't tell if it's nuts or not because I have been thinking long this entire time until this very half second. But I'm like, if all the other indices are such shit, is it possible the NQ is gonna fade? No, that's a 15-minute close that I wouldn't want to fade. This is what I wanted. That spike down. Ugh. Yeah, you're fine. I am tempted to try the short on like a potential failure day. All the other indices are weak. But at the same time, I'm tempted as soon as we take out that little low to flip for this to flip and go back up. So right now I'm just sitting and waiting. Still trying to decide what I want. That short idea is working out though. All the other indices are playing weeks. So far, I'm happy to just be sitting here and not have done jack shit. Great work, Brett. Great work. Makes me very happy. I don't have too much FOMO for not missing this one. Or I keep going back and forth. I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? We took out that low like I wanted. I remember you can zoom back in the stream a minute or two ago. I was intrigued if we could take out that low because anyone who took the 5-minute 3-bar play just got stopped. I've been pretty patient so far today. I might let this patience continue to kick it. I know, Danny. I'm sorry, brother. I know I could see that. I'm sorry, brother. That was a trappy one. That was a trappy one. That was a trappy one. The life in the hands of a rock and roll band. I want to try a short, honestly. This is crazy behavior of me. I don't know. Take a deep breath, Jake. Really, really wise woman once said, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. And at the moment, I don't think it's a fuck yes. So that means it's by definition a fuck no, which means I wait half a second.
Things could get rather.
Don't look back in anger. Honest to God, I'm really not upset about this action because look, and I mentioned it earlier. I hope what I said earlier did not get misconstrued because I had a piece of commentary earlier that was like, part of me thinks I'd prefer one more rest day and then we move again tomorrow. That's not because I favor Fridays or because I didn't want to be here today. I truly just was looking at the chart and I was like, we're breaking out of several inside bars, right? The chart would probably be better if it had either another inside bar or some sort of consolidated rest thing, like one more. It doesn't have to, but like maybe that might be better. So, in the grand scheme of things, I'm actually thinking now that like might be getting what I asked for. You know what I mean? Which is lit, honestly. So I don't mean because like if I had taken the short that I was thinking about here, I'd be out probably. Um, because I'm not expecting like a mega move down. It'd be more kind of like a range thought, you know? I even think that back over the opening print, I'm kind of interested in an NQ FTR long now. If it gets back over the opening print, I should say. So, yeah, I hesitated twice today. I'm going to be honest, totally okay with both hesitations. I hesitated going immediately long, getting over the level. I'm okay with that. First, like 8 seconds of the day, I'm okay skipping that long. Hesitated short here, which I do wish I took that one, but I'm okay with the skip because of the daily chart time frame and how we're looking on there. So I think today, whatever I do will probably be more of a scalpy. And I'd like to look for a bigger move in the market tomorrow. I think this bar is going to hold. I'm going to try it. I wish I got it filled like 15 points lower. But I'm trying this just with the thoughts of a potential range day. I think I'm already regretting my fill a little bit here, but let's see. Yeah, I really wanted this lower, not on that bar. Yeah. Oh, I had my levels mismarked on my thinkorswim. It's 566 that I want. Yeah, this is gonna come down and get me. I want 566. Here it is. Okay. And this. Well, let's see how we get when we get down there. That will look better. Back over that high, we can change. Other than that, I'm gonna wait a second. Let me see. I'm gonna wait for 566. Waiting for 566. All right, we're back. We're at this 566. Originally, I was willing to try there. Honestly, I'm going to. And just give myself a chunk of room. Just because I think it's a range day now. If we're not getting the short entry that I want. Although I might regret this again as well. Gotten two bad fills today that I didn't like what I wanted, but let's see. Nice laying on that. It could have been, could have been, could have been, could have been set, and could have been a G. Trying to get to police. This is the bar I want to go green, and then fail to go lower. And again, I'm not looking for a massive trade here. I'm just thinking that the market is a pretty good chance it's in a range day for the day. I don't expect us to have a massive failure of the inside bar breaks on the daily. But we're fighting a downtrend, obviously, so it's not the most straightforward and easy of trades. I need that, I need that, I need that. Hmm. Good for it. Finally getting some love. You deserve it, Snow. That thing can go all the way to 250 if it really wants to. I think it's going to today, so don't go crazy, but too many young white like this thing right now. Up to high a day would be nice, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna be looking for. But that would be cool. Come on, NQ, get over 5-minute bar high. Previous 5-minute bar high, we're looking a lot better. Alrighty. I am everyday people. D-Dog and Snow are quite insane moves. Still hunting for an options trade. Willing to take something today. We can manage to not fail this 5-minute. I think we've got a lot of potential, but that's the key. Is there's a 2-minute sell that we do not want to see. Adios, Mike. Hi, Javier. I'm coming to New York for an engagement party in November. I love you. I have retired from meetups for a while. But I hope you have the most amazing time while you're here. Snow, crazy, crazy move from early day.
We'll hear next time.
I appreciate you, Javier. I truly do. You can buy me a virtual drink, brother, and it will mean the world to me. You being here, you existing on this day, being inside the stream, that's the only drink you need to buy me. I appreciate you so much. Um, no, yeah, I'm retired from meetups and events for a while. I am honestly retired from most social activities. I'm gonna be a hermit for a while. Yeah. You seriously though, you being here means all the world to me. I really do hope you have the best time ever. Also, November, I think my parents are coming to New York, and that's gonna be my first social activity in quite some time. All right, this is a nice start, by the way. The contracts are NQ is moving pretty nicely. I just want more. You know what I mean? I don't think that honest to God, with the way that this chart is set up, I wasn't thinking high of day originally. I mean, I kind of am now. Let's look at the 15-minute. That high seems like a low-key reasonable target. I think it really just depends on if we can hold above the opening print and stuff here, though, and hold above the level. Because if we start to fail and reject them, then we'll just get out, and it'll just be no big deal. Trouble on my left and trouble on my right. I've been losing trouble almost all my life. Yeah, I think sometimes it's really easy to talk yourself into closing positions early. At the moment, I mean, I don't think it's crazy for us to be looking at that high as like the next logical spot for the Nasdaq to go. You know what I mean? So if we're looking at the Nasdaq and that high is looking like a very logical spot to go, I'm not saying it's going to get there. And yes, of course, we are watching and reacting and being willing to close the position as it moves and stuff. But I mean, if it looks great and it's like it's going to head up there, then we should give ourselves the room to let it try and make that move. You know what I'm saying? It's fascinating you said that, Bash. I just made this YouTube video yesterday where I'm talking about, or we did the first draft of it yesterday, where I'm talking about the giveaway that we're doing, which is just again, if I'm gonna do it away, I'm not gonna lie, I have to talk about it a lot. I gotta get my content's worth out of it. We were talking about it. One of the things that I thought was great is I brought up a section where there was two big things I learned from the meetup events. One that I think I learned by talking to a lot of people, which I'll save for you in the YouTube video. Um, but two, I thought it was really fascinating. My mom and dad came with me to the San Jose one, right? And when we were leaving the event and we were like having our, I was doing a debrief with my parents, of course. We were talking about like, okay, like, what did we think we went? Like, did you guys get to talk to people? All that, blah, blah, blah. And my dad was the most fascinating, he had the most fascinating take. Is he was just like, he's like, I tried my best to talk to every single person today. It was a goal of his. And my dad is not a social dude. He left that meetup like dead for the next 3 weeks of exhaustion because he talked to so many people and he's just not. He's retired now. He's talked a lot in his life. He's now in the retired phase. But he really tried to make an effort to talk to every single person. And the number one thing he says, and he told me is he was like, bro, he goes, these people aren't here to get rich or to get the Lamborghinis. Like that's not your audience. That's not who you're here for. Every single person I talked to today was telling me something along the lines of what Bash just said, which was I made half my paycheck in 2 trades today, or I can make as much as I make at my job, but instead I get to be home with my kids. Like it really fucking hit me hard because like obviously that's always been kind of who I am and like my thoughts on this craft that we're going for is not the biggie flashy. It's the I want to buy weed and smoke it with my friends. I want to go on trips with my family. I want to do that kind of shit. And it was really cool because for my dad to come away from that event and tell me that that's the audience that you have, and he was like, man, these people are like, they're hard working fucking people who aren't here to get mega rich and aren't here for a Lamborghini like that. And my dad thought that was really cool. So I think that's really cool. And that's why I think you all are part of the greatest of all time because we align on our values that way. Not that cool cars aren't cool. They're fucking cool. But I mean, it's the end of the day. It's, hey, how much do I make it work? Hey, can I replace what I'm making at fucking work right now? I'll figure out scaling up later. I'll figure out making more money later, but right now I'd love to just not have to go to my job. I thought it was really cool for my dad to recognize that. I just thought that was sick. And that doesn't happen unless you all are sick. So, it goes both ways. For sure. And not saying none of us like nice things. Like, yeah, obviously we all want nice things, blah, blah. But like that's not you gotta understand there are some people like who their full rationale and reason of starting this is like they want the Lamborghini so they can get the girl, which is fine. If that's what you want, that's fine. I'll tell you right now that the best girl will not care about your Lamborghini. Trust me. Or the best man, if you're a girl out there, will not care about your Lamborghini. I need to find I mean, so far this looks good. I think at the moment it looks like we should manage this off the 15-minute chart. Ideally, we hold this level on pullbacks. I think we just do that just to be safe. Oh my God, there was a lighter right in front of me the whole time. Now it just seems like we're going to be chilling for a little bit. Whether this trade works or fails probably involves some chilling. Snow is quite crazy. That's pretty nuts. PANW is also making its movesies, but I think if you were going to trade something today, snow is probably the trade from an options perspective. I've just seen that thing fail, gaps up too many times.
It's like PTSD.
For-
Smell.
For sure.
It's one of those things where you just gotta build a shares account. Day trading shares and stuff.
For sure. Yeah, it's a real chance it goes to 250 this week. I just can't touch it here. A bit deeper of a pullback than I wanted, but let's see. As long as we hold the open, I'm intrigued. Let's get Tesla down into 346.31. I am keeping my finger on the flatten button if I need to. All right, so far so good. It does seem like we're continuing to hold the open as of now. I am literally staring at this chart. I'm just stalking it, staring at it. So as long as it continues to do what it's doing, I am going to hold and going to assume that we might even get up into high day. So adios. Yeah, this is diving deep. This is pretty much the area that's do or die for me. I really would prefer we don't pull back much lower than right there, honestly. I think that a 5 minute failure to I think a 5 minute failure to go lower on this downside 1, 2, 3 makes sense. So as long as we can hold here, I feel good. But if we start to lose this area, then I'm over it. But I also am aware that I am a crackhead who holds positions for a really long time, and most of you do not do this. You're long gone by now, so that is fine. Yeah, yeah. I saw Tesla. I saw it touch the level, but it went a little bit deeper. It looks like. Um, I don't know. I'm just now having a thought. I'm like, do I buy the Tesla calls now, or do I just wait till tomorrow? I don't know. I'm ready. Like, dog, I'm locked the fuck in and ready. I'm so ready. What's thank you. Trying. She's trying, but
RT want to go ahead and get some type of buying pressure.
I'm looking for the high a day. I apologize if I pronounced this wrong, Hartshar. High a day. If you are not looking to hold a trade that long, you can exit in this area. I'm already trailing it. I probably would close it out if we dip below here. But at this point, I think it looks good to high a day. Probably going to take 16 million years, but I mean, there's it. The moon.
That's a really nice one on the
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, stop. The tick.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. That's unfortunate.
You're good. I put it right at the bottom of the 5-minute candle with my down. And it just did it over it.
A lion on the sun. Is it just a game too? We are in a little bit of a range here. Got me wrapped around your finger. This is the range with inside whatever's happening today. So unfortunately, we just spiked on the upper end of that range, which I don't love because now I could see us coming back down to the bottom end of that range. Damn, Jill, you meet me at our spot? You trying to go back in time that much? You have to let it linger. You have to let it linger. You know I'm such a fool for you. I'm going on My Fun and Futures TV tomorrow, by the way, at 11 a.m. So I'll be on stream on here before that, and then we'll be in there at 11 a.m. They want me to come on. Giveaway, I have to buy every single one. Rule number 2, I am allowed to be the master negotiator because I quite frankly am the master negotiator. It would be silly to not use my negotiation skills in an environment like this. Like, why would you? I'm the master negotiator. So I'm allowed to negotiate discounts, but I have to purchase them all myself. I'm just having fun at this point, Miguel. Don't worry, I'm not. This is sorry if that was really just more of like an energetic rant for fun. That was not like a just really just having fun. No, yeah, but it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about it a lot. I'm sorry that I'm talking about it a lot, but it's fucking sick. If I bought a new car with this money, I'd also be talking about that a lot, which I would just never do. But I would be. Anyways, this NQ trade's going great, which is really the reason why we're here and what we're focused on for the day. Yeah, I mean, this is cool. Even with that little stab loss earlier, which was kind of an unnecessary. I don't know. I probably lost like $600 or $700. That was probably a pretty unnecessary loss because I could have just waited for a candle to close. But that's okay. I'm up like $2,700 or something like that. I did size a little bit more today, as you can see. It's like basically an extra half contract. I mean, if you call that sizing up, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would fit that in the same category. But by definition, I guess it is sizing up because it was it. So nonetheless, yeah. I mean, I think we still just going to the high of day here, and yeah. Yeah. We're gonna no, that's what he said. Like, talk about it. He was like, yeah, fuck yeah. He was like, talk your shit. Yeah, talk your shit. I was like, yeah, I would talk my shit. Yeah, no, I will talk. I'll talk my shit. I'll talk my shit. I'll talk my shit. But yeah, we made a YouTube video yesterday. I'm laying out like firm guidelines and rules. I'm still waiting for the prop firms to get back to me because I created a. Yeah, JP's using that account to trade NQ first time. Fuck yeah. I've actually gotten quite a few DMs about people passing that account. So that's badass. That's honestly sick. I really hope that people like get payout summit and stuff because that would be so epic. Yeah, that would be sweet. God, just an epic song. Epic. So 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 epic. You know what else is epic? Oh, I love Levity too. He's great. Yuri, my dude. Yeah, okay, one thing. I should have given a warning about this. Use the futures eval accounts, the my funded ones this month. If you already won a giveaway from the event, they do expire after a month because technically it's like a subscription, and you don't unless you want to pay, which you probably don't. If that does happen to anybody, and you like straight up didn't, I don't know. Well, obviously, if you're hearing this now, you know now. But if whatever happens, like make it support ticket, I'm sure we can try and figure something out. But that is an awareness that I'd have, is that I would not let them sit forever. I'd try it sooner rather than later. Deliver like UPS trucks. Boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And take your money. Saturn, get out. No tilts allowed. Just catching up on Discord chat today, too. Chrissy, what are you freaking out about, dude? Jill, I'm gonna tell Tatiana you said she was a gem. She'll be happy about that. And I agree, she is a gem. She's fantastic. Oh yeah, she's the greatest of all time. Truly. Her roommate was also very, very helpful for helping out for no reason whatsoever, just to be there to help carry the camera around. I was like, "Ah, Scott, incredibly nice of you." Oh yeah, man. I mean, I got to imagine it is a working for me in that capacity. Working for me in any capacity is probably crazy, as you know, but working for me in her capacity, just of like an in person. I mean, Connor was the only other person that had like kind of seen that because he was in person on a daily basis. It's got to be quite the headache sometimes. Considering I get ideas late at night and then I'm like, yeah, let's do this all by tomorrow. Like it's got to be, like including this week. I messaged her on Tuesday. I was like, so I know we were supposed to take like a day off after the meetup and event and stuff, but I think we should plan the largest giveaway in history and try and do that all by Friday. And she's like, all right, let's fucking go. And I'm like, all right, that's the energy I need. Oh, I have no idea. That's usually how it happens, honestly. And that's where my brain is best in the creative depths of the evening. And I come up with my crazy ideas, and then I text her, and I'm like, hey, so I know you have plans this weekend and stuff, but I really want to get a YouTube video that I thought of last night up by like Sunday. How can we make that happen? And she's not a video editor. She is learning video editing and is incredible at it. Incredible at the learning and the commitment to it. But at the same time, as much as working for me is probably crazy, it's also probably a sick ass job. So, it's win-wins across the board. All right, what's another? I might have to. God, I'm like, do I end the stream or do I? Because I want to go home. Like, I want to go sit outside in the sun. But at the same time, this trade's going fantastic, and it would be kind of cool to just keep it on stream. And well, the sun kind of sucks today anyway. Oh, there's no tanning available anyways. I'm gonna have to go back to fake tanning soon. I'm gonna hate that. Yeah, facts. No, but I can't leave New York. New York is in Goldilocks zone, so I don't leave New York during September. I will be leaving New York. Um, I will be leaving New York for a wedding in 2 weeks, and then I will be staying in California for a little bit after that. Um, I'll talk about that later, though. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. But and then I don't know when, but I'll be back in New York. And then once I'm back from that in New York, I'm not leaving New York, like for good. Till the winter, until probably my birthday, honestly. Well, for Christmas I'll go home, but Thanksgiving my family's coming here. Breaking my heart. My pictures of you. Never been your beast of burden. That goes home. That's the circle. Is you to make love to me. Ah, hi guys. What a happy stream we are. Woo, wee, 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 wee. Wow. We love that. Ah, thanks, gang. We love a good stream. Bust the curtains. Pretty, pretty girls. I don't even know what kind of R this is because where was our stop originally? Underneath. Yeah, it was wide. I gave myself like 40 points. Or something like that. Yeah, solid threesies. I do think it would have got a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? Threes, something like that. It's a good winner. I honestly feel like it was more than that. Hold on. Say again?
I'd say after like 15 minutes, you move your stop.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm probably gonna close soon just because dynamic R. Dynamic R on this trade is starting to flip. I don't really know where I'd raise my stop loss to. Probably under here. Right? So now this is the new equation. This is basically now a 1-to-1 into high of day. You know what I mean? Which is not super interesting. So I'm gonna get ready to close up. I mean, 130 points is fine. 150 points is sicker, but 130 is fine. You to me. Trying to hold it. I mean, still. This is literally right about the area though that I'm debating exiting again. This concept is dynamic R. It's taught in our lessons 2 and then 8, where you want to be examining if you're considering holding a trade. not only what was your initial risk to reward, but now what is the new risk to reward, right? So if you're moving your stop up, you plan to move it under this 2-minute low, maybe you give it a little bit of room, then, and you're aiming for high of day, now this is, your risk is about 0.87 to 1. So theoretically, it doesn't really make sense to try and hold this trade into the highs if it starts to give back much more, because then you're risking one to make one on your last like 20 points, right? And that doesn't really mean much. But we are putting in a bar that leads me to believe that we can hold. I'm just gonna have a pretty strict opinion about not losing this area, right after. So we'll see what shakes up. I'm ready to exit. This is gonna be a nice winner no matter what. I mean, I came into the day, probably $1,000 a risk on the table, maybe 1,500 of total, and I'll end up close to over 3,000 on the day. So still not massive size or anything like that. I'm not claiming to be, but it was a good winner, and I'm keeping it that way. I was honestly ready to put about between $500 and $7,500 of risk on an options trade, but I just didn't see any that really locked into me the way that I wanted to. So and maybe that'll come tomorrow though. But for those of you in your head, you might be asking, Jake, why do you risk more on an options trade than a futures trade? Really, quite frankly, it's because I take more futures trades, right? Like if you think about that, I take like up to 4 futures trades a day. So if I'm risking 1,000-ish per, that's about $4,000 on an individual given day on futures. Now, the vast majority of the time, I don't get near the $5,000. I basically have like a mental daily loss of $5,000 when I trade my personal futures accounts. I don't often get near that because that's like 5 losing trades in a row. Max lose. I usually fuck off before that, right? But if I'm taking 5 of those in a day and that's my max risk, I'm trading options. Really, with generally speaking, when I trade options, I take one trade. Like it either works or fails off that one trade. So I put a little bit more risk in it, right? It's all, there's some math behind it all, All right, this is not ideal. And honestly, I should have pulled it a second ago, but I was on a little rant, which is fine. Sam, I love you, brother. Have a great day. Oh, man, I'm sorry to... Sorry, I'm just reading all the WAP chats right now, so I'm like seeing the... Editing is very, very time consuming. It's so hard. I'm not... God, I'm hiring for a Cali office. Fuck, not yet, but one day. That is a goddamn dream of mine, bro. I also can't wait for the freaking snow. Live stream a day in your life in New York. That'd be fun. That would be fun. I gotta think about how to do all that and set that all up.
It'd be probably a really fun day, especially if you got like top 10 engaged, all the cameras.
That's probably what would happen, to be honest. Yeah. That would yeah. My only concern would be if I'm live streaming. What I've learned from the sticker game on Friday is that New Yorkers know exactly where I'm at all times.
I definitely wouldn't live stream it.
Yeah, you gotta delay by like an hour,
I was gonna say it can't even be like 5 minutes.
No, you gotta delay by a chunk. Or everyone just makes the universal agreement to not come after me. Fuck yeah, bro. Makes me happy, Abel. Adios, Miguel. Adios, if you guys are heading out. I'm about to head out for the day too. I'm just wow, we're low. We're at 91. Wow. People have taken off for the day. That's fair. Okay, well then I'm gonna do the same. I love you very much. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Ronj, I love you, bro. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.